Hello, Dallas Cowboy Nation. My name is Harry James Taylor, and I am today going to break down the victory that the Cowboys had today as the Cowboys sink the Bucs in Dallas. What a fun one this was to watch if you're a Cowboy fan, to win if you're a Cowboy fan. It was just awesome. And in case you didn't get to see it, I'm about to break it down only right here on Boomer Sooner 1982. All right, the Dallas Cowboys did sink the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today in Dallas. The drive summaries, there were a few of them in the first half, but it all started at the beginning of the game as Tampa Bay's Josh Freeman found Luke Stroker for a 1-yard touchdown pass with 10:51 to begin the game. Took the lead 7-0 for the Buccaneers. But Dallas then took a drive of their own, finished it off with DeMarco Murray, the former Oklahoma Sooner, ran it in with an 11-yard touchdown run with 1:22 left in the first quarter, tying the game up 7-7. We jump ahead to the second quarter now with 2:51 left, and Dallas's kicker Dan Bailey popped through a 32-yard field goal through the uprights to give the lead to the Dallas Cowboys. 7-10, and the Cowboys would not give up that lead from then on. In the third quarter, there was no scoring, but in the fourth quarter, there was some insurance added on by Dan Bailey. First, Dan Bailey had a 26-yard field goal with 11:10 left to keep the lead, actually to increase the lead and at that time the lead was 7-13, Dallas Cowboys. A little bit later, Dan Bailey with a 22-yard field goal just before the 2-minute warning with 2:43 left, increased the lead even more, making it 17-16 Cowboys. And then Connor Bath, the field goal kicker for Tampa, was not outdone tonight. He had a 28-yard field goal with 40 seconds left in the game to make the score 16-10, but the Cowboys did end up winning the bowl game. Statistically, by the Cowboys, as you can probably tell, there weren't very many touchdowns or thrown by either team in this ball game. Tony Romo had 283 yards. He didn't have a touchdown pass, as you can see, and had an interception in the game. Josh Freeman had 110 yards, along with that early touchdown and an interception that was returned by Sean Lee. Cowboys did not rush the ball very well today. DeMarco Murray, the former Oklahoma Sooner, well, he had 18 carries for 38 yards and that one touchdown. Doug Martin from Boise State had 19 carries for 53 yards and no touchdowns. The receivers for the night. Miles Austin for the Dallas Cowboys. Healthy once again with 5 catches, 107 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Mike Williams, still a pretty good receiver for Tampa Bay. 2 catches for 33 yards, no touchdowns. The defensive player of the game for each side, of course, Dallas Cowboys. Once again, the guy that had the interception, Sean Lee, along with that interception from Freeman, he also had 6 total tackles. As far as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are concerned, Aqib Talib, the former Kansas Jayhawk, had 7 tackles and the 1 interception from Tony Romo. The punters, when they had to punt, I mean, obviously they had to do a lot of punting today with the offenses not playing up to par. Chris Jones had 4 of them for the Dallas Cowboys, an average of 43.3 yards, and a 54-yarder was his long, and one of them ended inside the 20-yard line. Punting for Tampa, Michael Cohen had 8 punts with an average of 41.1 yards, 56 along, and 3 of them inside the 20-yard line. Kicker of the game, Dan Bailey for the Dallas Cowboys, 3 for 3. 32 was his long. He also kicked one from 26 and 22 yards, respectively. Connor Bath had a 1 field goal, 1 for 1 on that 28-yarder there in the 4th quarter of the game. Offensive and defensive plays of the week for the Dallas Cowboys. With as much offense and defense as was played today, you had to get the offense when you could get the offense. And so your offensive and defensive plays, they led to scoring. They weren't necessarily scores. They led to scoring from each team. For the Dallas Cowboys, offensively, it was former OSU Cowboy. Then traded it in for the Pistols for the star, and proved his money today. And he did this in the 4th quarter. He had a 44-yard punt return to the Buccaneers 6-yard line. First down, Cowboys. That ended up turning into the field goal by Dan Bailey, the 22-yarder with 2:43 left. The defensive play of the game for the Cowboys. What had happened on this play, and it's very, very cool to see how this happens. It was Chris Jones, the new punter for the Cowboys, got off a 43-yard kick. It was a 43-yard punt. Tampa actually roughed the kicker on the play, so that would have brought it back anyway. But also on the play, former Texas Longhorn Jordan Shipley. Pretty sure if you're an OU guy, you remember him. Jordan Shipley was a great punt kick returner for the Texas Longhorns. Well, he also does that for Tampa Bay. He actually muffed a punt today, and it was recovered by the former OSU Cowboy, Ori Lemon. That was also, so he muffed it. Ori picks it up. First down, Cowboys. 15-yard penalty after the play is dead. That led to another field goal. That led to 6 of the 10 points. That led to 6 points, which was the deficit in this game, and you would have only been a field goal ball game, and you really want to kind of make that not possible, make it a little bit harder for them to win, and that's exactly what these 2 plays did. So they weren't really awe-dropping plays, they weren't touchdowns, they weren't interceptions, but they meant a lot to the team. Most importantly, though, Dallas won the ball game. It was a huge win for Dallas. They now take this momentum into a huge Monday night game. They'll play a week from tomorrow night on ESPN National Television. I will do my broadcast probably either Wednesday or Thursday. I apologize for that. I don't want to do a post-game show without seeing what my Cowboys are made of. And next Monday, WWE Raw, good old JR, Jim Ross, and those guys will be at the Chesapeake Energy Arena for WWE Raw, and I will be attending that ceremony for JR, Jim Ross. So I will not be doing a post-game show on from the Monday night game on Monday night or Tuesday night. Like I said, I'll probably do it Wednesday night because I do not want to do a post-game show without seeing how the game went, without seeing the plays of the game, without getting to experience the game. So once again, I apologize for that. But like I said, I will have a post-game show for you guys when the time is right. But as far as this week's concerned, week 3 is done and over with. Cowboys sink Bucs 16-10 from Cowboy Stadium. For the final time, I'm Harry James Taylor. This is Boomer Sooner 1982. Everybody have a great day and go Cowboys!